Okay, today we are changing the subject of a formula. So this whole equation here is the formula. When we are changing the subject, in this question they say make D the subject. What does it mean? It means that at the end of the day, the coefficient of D will be +1. So I will make D alone, I will isolate D. Now, in order to make D alone, I got to remove the 2 and the -7, right? So the question is always, there's no formula for this. You have to use a bit of your common sense. Do I remove the 2 or do I remove the -7? What do you think? The first thought is to remove the 2. To remove the 2, this is 2 times D, right? So I must divide by 2. Imagine I divide by 2 here and I divide by 2 here. It will make the thing even more complicated. So instead of removing the 2, I have to remove the -7. By doing the reverse operation, to remove a -7, I must plus so I will +7 here and I will +7 here. And I will have 3C plus 7 equals to 2D. Doesn't it make it much easier now? So to find D, what must I do here? Always tell yourself, 2 is doing what with the D? What operation? Plus, minus, times, or divide with the D? This is times. To remove it, divide by 2. Divide by 2. It's okay that this is a bit complicated because finish already. That's the last step already. There's no other things I can do. So I divide by 2, cancel away. I divide by 2, I'll be left with this. So the concept is what you do on the left side, you must do for the whole left side. Cannot just do for one term only. You must do for the whole left side. What you do for the right side, you must do for the whole of the right side. So when you divide by 2, you cannot just divide by 2 here. You must divide by 2, divide by 2, divide by 2. Every term must divide by 2. Now it's doable, but it's more complicated. Okay, there is a trick. It doesn't work 100% of the time. The trick is this. D is what we want. Remove those things that are further away from it first. Okay, this one trick that works most of the time. Remove things that are further away from it first. So the -7 is the furthest, right? So remove away first. Okay. Then now the 2 is the only thing left. Remove away. And you have D, the subject. Okay, now I have a problem here. I have a Q on top and I have a Q at the denominator. So the first thing I need to do is, I can't cancel, right? Because these are plus and minus here. So I have to cross multiply first. And I have P multiplied by 3 plus Q equals to 2Q. Now I want to make Q the subject. End of the day, I have to have Q alone on the left side. Right side cannot have any Q. Only the left side can have Q. Okay, so now let us guess. What do you think is the next step now? So I want to expand first. Okay, you'll see why later. I will expand so that I can later remove the Q. So I have 3P plus PQ equals 2Q. Now, I have a Q here, I have a Q here. And I say that Q can only be on one side. Yes. So this bring over so that all the Q's are over at the other side. So this is a plus, bring over, become minus. So all the Q's are now at one side. So what do you do? In order to isolate the Q, I have to factorize out the Q. Okay, now the final step. Okay, later we will recap. The final step, I will have to divide away this term. Divide away this term. You realize that there's only Q on one side. So I have 3P over 2 minus P. 3P over 2 minus P. Okay, so I have S equals to the U times the 5 plus half. The A is the 10. I'm short of a 5 squared. So is it 155? 30 plus 5 times 25 times 5, 25 times 5 is 125, correct. And so I will have 155. Okay, thank you. Now for part B, you don't have to make A the subject, but you can still do it using this method. So the S is 84, the U is 9, the T is 4, just copy, but the A I don't have. I want to isolate, make A alone later. And I will have 4 squared. Now 4 squared is 16 now. Can I just put 16? So that I don't have to deal with the square. Simplify this one and simplify this one a bit first. 84 equals to 36 plus, how many A's do I get here? How many A's? Uh, 16 times half. I will have 8A. Okay, now this is a simple linear equation that you can solve. So minus 36, minus 36. 84 minus 36, how much do we get? 84 minus 36.
48.
Okay, so 48 equals to 8A. So how do I get rid of the 8? I divide by 8. I will divide by 8. And the final answer, A equals to 6. Okay, that's all.